Alright everyone, we are here with War 5 against ASR. I'll be taking in Mr. Negative, Fury, and Captain Marvel. My assignments are Path 9 in Section 1 and Path 3 in Section 2, and I am on boss duty with a Mojo boss. Alright, so I have suicides on for most of this war, at least until I get to the Mojo boss, which is interesting because I'm taking a middle mini boss with Mr. Negative, so I just decide not to turn him off and nuke him and then keep moving and heal up when my boosts are down. So Path 9 in Section 1, we have Airwalker on the first node, Killmonger on the second. Not complicated fights at all here for Captain Marvel. She's just going to nuke him as soon as she gets in binary. So you're going to see a couple safe play moves for me just because of what I managed to do last season. Accidentally against Airwalker, and that's after throwing my SB2. Instead of going for 2 heavies, I'm just going to go for 1 and back off. So here we go, doing the parry and attack, building that binary. We've got 2 incinerates, so it's going to build quick here, right into binary. We're going to block the last hit of these special attacks, making sure we don't give ourselves Dark Tide or any extra Dark Tide. It's not as much of a worry on here as it is with the second node. And here comes SB2, and down he goes. So as I said, we even healed during that indestructible phase after taking some suicide / block damage due to the indestructible. So moving on to Killmonger. Here obviously we're going to pray for some armor breaks so that we don't have to worry about reverb, but the game plan's the same. And in fact, with Killmonger, we can be a bit more aggressive since it's got Power Focus 1. So after he gets the SB1, his power gain's going to slow down. So you're just going to see me go to town here now that we're in binary. Here comes an SB2. It's going to crit real big on the blasts. Now we're going to land that single heavy I told you all about. I'm going to turtle so that I can just throw this next without him throwing a special attack to waste any time, and heavy to end it. So nice and smooth Path 9 in the Section 1. Moving on to this Manthing, as I said, I kept suicides on for this fight. I'm so comfortable with this fight that I'm not worried about any damage outside of suicides killing me. So if anything, this is a fun little experiment to see how much damage we take from suicides, which I was pretty sure it was going to be quite substantial. So probably just because of despair mastery for the defender. So same thing, parry, or usual thing, parry heavy, building light charges, converting them with the heavy counter. Now we're at 6 dark energy. Gonna bait out his SB1, and he's gonna be pretty stubborn about it. You can already see our health pretty low. Lost almost 25%. Here we go. This is gonna put us over 10 dark charges. So we're at 11. Now we're just gonna quickly build to SB2. It's gonna take 1 more combo. I'm not gonna worry about converting those last 2 light energies. And this drops just in time for backup recovery, so he's gonna lose power. I believe he's gonna stop just shy, yeah. SB1 and still have it. Now he's regen converting, and I'm just evade counter to end it. So as I said, not a big problem having suicides, but I did take quite a bit of damage. Luckily, boosts are gonna fall off, so the healing factor won't be too big. All right, moving on to my only fight in Section 2. Gonna reboost here. Taking Thing on Explosive Personality. Forgot the word there for a second. With Fury. They added something else to this node. Let's take a look together because I forgot what else it was. But if I recall correctly, it wasn't anything special to worry about with this fight. I am throwing on cosmic boosts. It's because I'm taking a mini boss on Boss Island with Captain Marvel after this fight. So it's just so that I don't have to waste time reboosting or adding on boosts right before the fight. Again, the suicides are still on. Oh, best defense, that's what it was. So Thing doesn't benefit from that. So we're not going to worry about power gain from evade or auto block. Game plan here is just to manage his rock stacks, use the bleed on the mediums and the last light to keep them from getting out of hand. And if we do happen to fall on 15 at some point, we just go ahead and let him throw whatever special he's at that point. making sure the entire time not to hit into his block. We can avoid giving him 5, but if we give him any additional armor ups, it's going to add to his special attack damage. So we don't want to get him close to 5 just for that reason. So it's just a matter of playing it safe. And this here puts him at 15, so we're going to bait this out. I believe I get tagged backing up, or just not even blocking. And then he threw SP2 here, so back at it. Damage is good enough. This is going to take a bit longer than any other thing counter, but it's still a pretty safe fight, especially since this is my last fight with Fury, my only fight with Fury. So if we lose real Nick, or if we lose the life model decoy, then it's not a big deal. There's an armor up I gave him, so I think it's the only one we're going to give him all fight. 15 rock stacks, paid out this SP1. Back at it. I'm going to use this SP3 since we're low on rock stacks and I can back him up. Do I wait for protection to fall? I think I do. Right there. And now. So, getting ourselves off the wall here. This shouldn't kill him. Should put him just shy. Yep. Protection is up, of course. And now it's back down, and this should... Nope, one more. Down he goes. So, nothing special about that fight. It's just Fury being Fury. Having bleeds on his basic attacks. Moving on, we are going to take Psychoman. We have a White Magneto pre-fight to help with the stuns so that we can reliably parry heavy if we need to, and you're going to see I'll need to just to stay in binary. We're not planning on leaving this fight with enough charges to worry about binary later, so we're just paying attention to where his control mode is at. And right now, since I started with power through Captain Marvel's ability, he's starting with special attacks, so important here not to throw a special attack unless, of course, we hit binary and we have enough buffs. Now, unless I dex, she's only going to have 2 unique buffs. So, unfortunately, the block mode was up when we entered binary. So, we didn't get 5 full Furies here and we didn't get the indestructible buff. So, binary's fallen. The heavy mode is up now, so I'm not going to worry about throwing the heavy. I'm going to try and push to the next bar of power, so that we can get him out of that mode. So we're in control. Now I can go ahead, or in special attacks. So now I can go ahead and parry heavy him so that we stay in binary a bit longer. And one more and it should push me to SP3. One more now. There it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw SP2 at 2%. So this is gonna do it for this fight. Pretty smooth, pretty easy. It's just being mindful and not having any hiccups when he's in the proper node to kind of mess with your ability accuracy. Alright, so this is the longest Mojo boss fight I have ever had so far. I've taken quite a few with Mr. Negative, and this is by far the longest. We're going to look at it together. I'm pretty sure it had to do with how much power he was getting from prompts. And he just got to SP2 enough that I had to constantly try and bait it. Or it was just taking him forever to fire SP1. He was not being liberal with them. And this loading screen kind of freaked me out to start, to be honest. Thought it was going to be a disconnect. Alright, so usual game plan, parry. That was late. We got lucky. That was late too. Didn't go in. This one was on time, so we went in. We're at 3 light energy. Moved up to 6. He's just shy of a bar of power. That one was late again. Intercepted him with the last medium. Good thing I remembered that that was not the end of my combo. And was in and out there enough so that we didn't trigger dexterity and go too much over 8. So now we're at the perfect situation to build to SP2. As you can see, he will not throw this SP1. There he goes. He threw it, but of course, damn power gain from hitting a prompt. Pushed him up pretty far. So here he's not willing to throw it again. Now I'm just gonna make sure I don't get cornered trying to bait this stuff out. And now I just deal with blocked hits pushing into SP2, even though I don't have a bulwark, so I'm gonna dodge the last part. So now at least his power is real low, but he is at 2 prompts, or luckily he's at 2 prompts. Dash backward came up, that's great. So now he's at 3. I'm gonna drop this even though he's gonna push him to an SP2. Tick, tick, tick. It's a slow tick this time. I'm thinking this Mojo did not have willpower. So that was another reason this probably took so long, besides the now 2 SP2s I've had to bait out. But as you can see, he's just not willing. I'm at 7, so I decided to throw this here. Take what I can get the fight moving. Now he's willing to throw SP1. I gained a hater there, but it didn't convert it to light. I think the timing was so precise, like exact with the dash back, that it just disappeared, which is weird. Knockdown, so here's an opportunity to remove the prompts, or the followers. There we go, he's back at 1. Now we had this idle dance battle. Stupid AI won't let us move. Got out of that. Maybe that was unnecessary. I thought we were still at 5 prompts at that point. So probably didn't need to do the dance battle, but whatever. Avoiding the followers. Another SP2 we had to block most of. So we're kind of getting in that threatening range of I have to dodge all hits of SP2. Not quite there yet, but getting close. Decided not to trigger dexterity there and give him power through MD. So second SP2 here, tick, 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 tick. He still won't throw this stupid SP1. There we go. All right, back to building some light energy. Did not expect it to get the lucky intercept there. I was hoping to push him back a little. Now he's willingly throwing SP1. Decide to convert here. His low health might suggest that we will not get to SP2. But if we do, 5 dark energy will definitely be enough to just end the fight. We're under 2 minutes now, so almost at a minute and a half remaining, which is fine. The game plan's gonna work. I'm still doing this full combos ending with a light attack so that Mr. Negative can get in and out, or get out of range, there it is, of the special one without getting clipped by any part of it. So here we go. This should do it. Home free, and down he goes. So longest Mojo fight ever, but it's still a slow, or still a solo. BG2 ended up dying more than their BG2, 4-2. And unfortunately, we actually ended up losing this war 9-2. So this pretty much knocked us out of top 3 chances. We're back in Plat 1, so we have to focus on trying to get top 10 in Masters. And we still have some hard matchups that we usually see through the season coming up. So not the ideal position, but hey, when you're dying 5 to 10 times a war, you're not exactly competing with the top 10. So who knows? 7 wars left. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed it.